Hi everyone, and welcome to another preview episode in the Genesis 1 series. A link to the full video is in the description. The good news is that the vocabulary in verse 16 largely repeats itself from or is based on previous verses, yet there are still a few words of interest and some significant grammar points. Should those really be translated as greater and lesser, suggesting a hierarchy of importance between the great lights? And an even more intriguing question is, do the sun and moon were really created to rule over the day and night, which might suggest that the Bible somehow promotes worshiping the celestial bodies? Because if they have control in one way or the other, then people would be wise to pray to them in hope of getting better life outcomes, wouldn't they? This is odd, don't you think? The Hebrew Bible is vehemently against that practice of worshiping the sun, the moon, and stars. And there is evidence for that all over the Tanakh or the Old Testament. So how can we account for that? Stay with me and let's see if the original Hebrew helps us get an answer. I think it does. But first, let's read the verse in Hebrew. Vaya'as Elohim et שני המאורות הגדולים, את המאור הגדול לממשלת היום, ואת המאור הקטון לממשלת הלילה, ואת הכוכבים. The two words at the beginning are... I'm sorry. If you want to watch the rest of the episode, you'll have to become a YouTube member or a paying patron. But wait, don't go away yet. Please let me explain why I charge money. You know, being a creator on YouTube is like, how should I put it? It's like being in a toxic relationship. To be sure, without the YouTube infrastructure and algorithm, none of you would be here watching any of my videos. Let's be honest. So I am really grateful, and I'm not saying that Google is bad or anything or doing anything intentionally. But still, there's the algorithm. Anyone who's been in a toxic relationship knows the feeling of riding a roller coaster. There are good, exciting times, you feel on top of the world, but then it all flips without a warning. And there is always the hope that something will change for the better eventually, despite your experience saying otherwise. Speaking of the wonderful moments, during my relationship with the algorithm, there were 2 unexplained spikes in viewership, which made me so happy, but they were short-lived and I was back to the endless grind of lower daily views. Until today, actually. There's the first video I ever made that has, as of August 2025, almost 600,000 views, which is wonderful, don't get me wrong, but this is an outlier. Episodes that I considered to be equally as good or even better might get up to 6,000 views over a couple of weeks, and then YouTube seems to kill. I'm left to wonder, why? Did I do anything wrong? I'm trying to show the algorithm, hey, there are probably people out there who would like to watch this type of content. You know, billions of people read the Bible, and virtually all of them cannot read the Tanakh or the Old Testament in the original Hebrew. And I'm enabling to do just that. With every new upload, the hope is that this time YouTube is going to see the potential. But it's impossible to predict the reaction. Mostly, it all ends in disappointment. And so, given all the ups and downs, the occasional sense of being exhilarated, but more often powerless, I prefer that the fate of this channel will depend on you, humans, flesh and blood, natural intelligence, who find my work to be interesting and informative. After all, this content is made for you, with you in mind, not for a piece of code on a server somewhere, amazing as it may be. So please consider becoming a member or a patron and make this project possible for the long run. And not least important, if you become a member or a patron, you will get access to all my member-only videos. Thank you so much in advance.